At the beginning. Chapter 7. Then the all-powerful one said to Noah, "Enter the floating vessel, you and all your household, for I have evaluated you and found you to be an unwavering man before me in this generation. Take with you 7 pairs of every pure animal, a male and its mate, and 1 pair of the animals that are not pure, a male and its mate. Also 7 pairs of the birds of the skies, male and female, to keep their offspring alive over the face of all the land. For in 7 days I will send rain upon the land for 40 days and 40 nights, and I will blot out from the face of the ground every living substance that I have made." And Noah carried out everything exactly as the all-powerful one commanded him. Noah was 600 years old when the flood of waters came upon the land. So Noah, his sons, his woman, and his sons' women entered the floating vessel to escape the waters of the flood. Of the pure animals, of the animals that are not pure, of the birds, and of everything that creeps upon the ground, they went into the floating vessel to Noah in pairs, male and female, exactly as the all-powerful one had commanded Noah. 7 days later, the waters of the flood came upon the land. In the 600th year of Noah's life, in the 2nd month, on the 17th day of the month, on that exact day, all the springs of the great ocean abyss burst forth, and the floodgates of the sky were opened, and the downpour fell upon the land for 40 days and 40 nights. On that very same day, Noah and his sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth, along with Noah's woman and the 3 women of his sons, entered the floating vessel. They entered along with every wild beast of the land according to its kind, the great livestock according to their kind, every low-creeping thing that creeps upon the land according to its kind, and every winged creature, every bird of the skies according to its kind. They went into the floating vessel to Noah in pairs, from all flesh that contained the breath of life. Those that entered went in male and female of all flesh, exactly as the all-powerful one had commanded him. Then the Self-Existent shut the seal behind him. The flood continued upon the land for 40 days, and the waters increased and lifted the floating vessel high above the land. The waters rose and swelled tremendously over the land, and the floating vessel drifted across the surface of the waters. The waters rose so overwhelmingly higher and higher upon the land that all the high mountains under the entire sky were completely covered. The waters swelled up 15 cubits higher, covering the mountains completely, and all flesh that moved upon the land perished, winged creatures, the great livestock, wild beasts of the land, every swarming thing that swarms over the land, and all humanity. Everything on the dry ground that had the breath of active life in its nostrils died. He blotted out every living substance that was upon the face of the ground, from human to the great livestock, low-creeping things and winged creatures of the skies. They were wiped off the land. Only Noah was left, along with those who were with him inside the floating vessel, and the waters surged overwhelmingly over the land for 150 days.